everyone, Yvonne here, and as you're familiar, I've been doing cooking demos every week as part of the wellness activities that we're planning at the embassy, and also for my own wellness. But I wanted to do a weekend edition, which is not live, so that the video will be a bit clearer. So a few weeks back, I did a demo on making stovetop popcorn, but we failed to press record. So we're going to do that today. And the reason being is right now, I'm noticing in the grocery stores that microwave popcorn is harder and harder to find. It just seems to be sold out, I think, because everybody's watching movies at home and videos and everything. So I wanted to show you how to do popcorn stovetop. It's cheaper, you can make a lot, and if you do make a lot, then you can actually store your popcorn in the freezer. Popcorn freezes very well. So one of the tricks in making stovetop popcorn, I've put in enough of a layer of oil at the bottom of this heavy bottom pan. It's really important to have a nice heavy bottomed pot, and that's so that your popcorn doesn't burn. And I usually put in 3 kernels first, just to be a signal as to when the oil is hot enough for the rest of the popcorn to go in. So for today, this is half a cup of kernels. I find it makes just the right amount of popcorn so that we have enough for ourselves, but also so I can share some, which is what I've been doing during our bit of a lockdown during COVID-19, is trying to do something nice for my neighbors on a daily basis. It's just one of those things that it's good to do. It creates endorphins, and I think these days COVID kindness is more important than ever. Also today, what we're going to do is I'm going to make truffle popcorn. I'll set aside some regular popcorn for Dave, because I think he's not the biggest fan of the truffle popcorn, not as much as I am. So what we're using here is white truffle oil, as well as some truffle salt. But the truffle salt itself is quite, the grains of salt are quite big. So I'm going to use my mortar and pestle here to grind up the salt a bit, so that it sticks to the popcorn a bit better. For the regular salt, I use sea salt or fleur de sel. It's not iodized. I prefer to avoid using iodized salt in my kitchen, mostly because I find it gives like a metallic flavor to a lot of recipes. So generally, it's a bit more predictable if you're using non-iodized salt. So the popcorn is, the oil is starting to get a bit hotter. I think there's some residual moisture in the lid, so that's making the sizzle happen. But, and then now we're getting the kernels popping. I'm just waiting for that last one, and then you dump in all the rest of your kernels all at the same time. So you want to leave the jar, the lid ajar, enough to let out all the steam. At this point, usually, I would turn on the fan, but I know that the fan often interferes with sound, so we won't do that for now. And I'm just trying to leave it ajar enough so that the kernels don't escape when they pop up, but again, so that the steam is escaping. I'm just going to shut the door so that it doesn't smell like popcorn all over. While we're waiting for the popcorn to pop, I just wanted to say a couple things about what we've been doing to stay safe during this period. And one thing that I like to do is spray down all of my groceries when they come in. So I use this alcohol sanitizer, it's alcohol spray. But one trick that I do is I add essential orange oil to the spray, so that when I'm spraying down all my groceries, by the time I'm done doing that, the kitchen smells like oranges. It's just a nice addition to having to do this chore, and I love the smell of the orange oil. And this really came from my friend Caroline, who at the outset of the outbreak, she gave me this lovely alcohol sanitizer that had a bit of orange oil, and I loved it so much that I felt like I wanted to recreate it after it was all done. So a little bit of essential oil and alcohol sanitizer, and both of them you can get off of Lazada. Okay, so the popcorn is now done. You can see that there. And so what I'm going to do now is add, I'll separate some out so that it's non-truffly. You're sure? Okay. Okay, so so we'll do all truffle then, but I'll put this in here. And so the trick in making, again, truffle popcorn, which is a bit more fancy, it's got that fancy flavor to it, is that you need to have really fresh truffle oil and truffle salt. If your truffle salt and truffle oil is sitting in your pantry for a long time, it will lose the truffle flavor. So you need to definitely taste your truffle oil and truffle salt from time to time. If it's starting to lose the flavor, then it's just oil and salt. And you can use it as oil and salt. There's nothing wrong with that. But if your intention is to get that nice umami flavor, you won't have it after it sits for a while. So a drizzle of truffle oil, and then the salt. And I just got this from a Italian grocery delivery called Dolce Vita. I find that their products are really lovely, and they deliver usually within a day or two of ordering right now. So it's always good to know what your options are for delivery right now. So adding just a bit more salt, truffle salt that is, another drizzle of truffle oil. And the oil that I used in the pot is just any neutral oil, so you can go with canola. These days I've been using rice bran oil because it's got a higher smoke content. And it's healthy too. So there you have it. We've got truffle popcorn, regular popcorn, enough for both Dave and myself to have, but also to share with our neighbors. So that's what these baggies are for. These are going to be sent up to a couple families in the next few minutes. So thanks for joining me, and we'll try and do a few more of these short sessions just to give you a few tips on making simple stuff like this, but also how to cope during COVID. Thanks, everyone.